What's up, guys? PowerManiac720 here, and for you I have round 3 of from my West Hartford Premier Challenge today. This match was against... Who did I play? I don't remember the guy's name. Well, I guess he goes by Shinku, but I think it was Jeffrey Fahlberg's son, the guy I played in round 2. I think it was his son. Or maybe I had played him in the last round. I don't really remember, to be honest with you. But anyway, so turn 1 comes right up. I expect some sort of Brave Bird or a Fake Out or anything from that Meow Stick. So, and he ends up U-turning, which kind of hints to me that he was, it hinted at first I thought maybe he was banded, but then the Life Orb happened, so I obviously knew he wasn't banded. I actually did not Volt Switch or Thunderbolt that spot, because I was expecting him to switch into something. He had a Garchomp in the back, so I was expecting him to switch into that. And he did switch into the Garchomp, and I should have just HP Iced that spot, but I wanted to Hydro Pump just in case Talonflame stayed in. But of course Hydro Pump missed, which kind of sucks. So now I switch out Rotom Wash for Heracross, and I charm the Garchomp. And the reason, so now I figured since he had the safeguard up, he's just going to go for the Swagger. So now it's just a Charm versus Swagger battle. Which I'm not really too concerned about, because I'm just not really too concerned about Garchomp in general. So I go for the Charm again, expecting him to Swagger again, and I go for the Mega Horn on Meowstic. However, Meowstic did not Swagger. And I don't know why. I don't know if he had like Psyshock or Psychic to hit Heracross with, but I ended up getting the 1-hit KO. He probably didn't expect me to be faster if I didn't know I was Scarfed. So now I have Heracross at +1, and I have Meowstic. Bad move by me here was I should have just charmed the. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I should have just charmed the Talonflame, because I should have known he was just going to Flare Blitz me, because I already revealed Quick Guard turn 1. He said that to me too. So goes for the Rock Slide. Also, what this reveals to me is that his Talonflame is really slow, the fact that his Garchomp outsped it. So he goes for the Flare Blitz. But I mean, not a bad turn for me, just in terms of I almost KO'd Garchomp, which was nice. So, but now I'm down to 2 Pokemon, Rotom Wash and Charizard. I believe Charizard. So here comes Rotom Wash, which I'm glad I have Rotom Wash, because now I'm in good shape against that Talonflame. So my Charizardite is reacting. And at this point, I have to make a decision with Rotom. Do I want to go for the Hydro Pump or the Thunderbolt? Just because I have to decide. Like if I get locked in the Thunderbolt, but then Charizard gets KO'd, I can't KO Garchomp. So then I'm kind of in rough shape. So he goes for the U-turn and the Rock Slide. Rock Slide ends up missing Rotom. And I believe I end up Hydro Pumping the Garchomp here. But we'll see. To keep in mind that turn 1 I did miss a Hydro Pump, so otherwise the Garchomp would be KO'd. So I go for the Dragon Dance, expecting it to be free, which it pretty much was. I didn't really suffer too much damage, especially because that Garchomp's at -1. And I go for the Hydro Pump, and I go for it on Tyranitar spot, which brings him down into red. So now I have a decision to make. I have to decide who do I want to Dragon Claw, because I can KO either of them. And I decided he's going to protect Garchomp, so I went for the Dragon Claw and Tyranitar. However, the opposite happened. So he ended up protecting with Tyranitar and not protecting with Garchomp, which gave him a free. I think he ends up Dragon Clawing me. So, of course, I predicted wrong. I should have just protected, just kind of wait out his protect, but I didn't. So that pretty much right there lost me the match. So then he goes for another Rock Slide. Keep in mind he's at -2 right now, so it's not really doing much damage. And then I believe Rotom flinches. Yeah, so Rotom flinches, so then I miss out on Hydro Pumping the Garchomp spot. So at this point, I go for the Dragon Claw, and I go for on Tyranitar spot because I didn't want him to protect with Garchomp, which would have really sucked. I believe he goes for a Dragon Claw here. Yeah, goes for the Dragon Claw on Rotom, which brings me down to about 42 health. And then I go for the Hydro Pump, which ends up hitting. So now I have a 2-on-1 against Talonflame, and I'm locked into Hydro Pump, which really sucks, because with Thunderbolt I have the win automatically, because Dragon Claw and Thunderbolt both 20 KO. So I'm stuck deciding, do I protect with Charizard and go for the Hydro Pump, but then if I don't, then he just gets a free Brave Bird on both of them, which for the win. So I just decided to double target and just rely on the fact that he hopefully goes for, hopefully the Hydro Pump misses. And as you will see, Hydro Pump does miss, unfortunately, and so I end up losing the match because of it. But that's the risk I play by running a Choice Specs Pokemon, and that's the risk I play by, you know, using a move like Hydro Pump. It happens, whatever. A lot of people said to me after the match when I was talking about this that they're like, oh, this is why I don't use choice items. And it's like, well, I mean, that's just one instance. Like, I mean, I could have played better to not put myself in this position. So it's not, I don't regret using Specs. I mean, I think Specs is a great item for my Rotom, and it's worked really well for me. And I think that the reward I've gotten from it is high, or way outweighs the risk that may have cost me matches like this one. But so that's my match against Shinku that I ended up losing. So stay tuned for round 4.